So, because I need to record something today, I'm also gonna do so. It's probably gonna be some Reddit stuff once again, and then we're gonna see what I can find or what we can find. Therefore, so yeah, let's have a look. What is your favorite Stoic quote that you would reference when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just like everything is going wrong? Is there a particular quote about stress that emphasizes how to handle it, how it shouldn't phase you, and how you should welcome the unknown and uncomfortable challenges life hits us with? And apparently there are some quotes. One being from Epictetus: when anything tempts you to feel bitter, say to yourself, I was training for this, I was preparing for this. Also a proverb, I've been told is Japanese but can't confirm: 7 times down, 8 times up. Motherfucker. I'm a professional Japanese translator and it is very close. I believe you're referencing, well, and there's the Chinese version, or fall down 7 times, get up 8. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. Alan Watts. So the meaning of life is just to be alive. Well, yeah, I kind of believe and assume and think that, sometimes we might be just overdoing things with the whole meaning part. Like, just live your life, man. Just live your life. It is what it is. I mean, well, to some degree, and I've covered it to some degree before, but I mean, you could just, lay around all day long and take drugs. You could do so. You could do that. Nobody is quite preventing you from doing so. Of course, your life might not be as long as somebody else's, which kind of might be the meaning, according to Alan Watts, just being alive. And if you just do a lot of dumb shit, then you're probably not going to be as long alive as somebody else. But yeah, I mean, you could do so. You could do that. There's nobody saying that you can't. You could drink every day. You could just eat whatever. You could just really give a fuck about your health and whatnot. But I mean, it's also about the experience of life. Of course, you just wanna feel a certain way, don't you? I assume that people want to feel good. I don't know if I'm right assuming that, if it makes sense and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, I hope you understand what I mean. Like, you don't have to do certain things. In the end, it is up to you. In the end, it is up to you what you do with your life, what you're searching for and what you're trying to achieve and what you're not trying to achieve and everything else around that. It is us. The last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl. Yeah, this is a really amazing one. Why am I doing this? By David Goggins. For my purposes, I use it as a shorthand of, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? The things I was brought into the world to do. Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm. But it's nice saying here. So you were born to feel nice, quote unquote, instead of doing things and experiencing them. Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants and spiders and bees going about their individual tasks, putting the world in order as best as they can? And yet you're not willing to do your job as a human being. Why aren't you running to do what your nature demands? Which, as far as I know, is by Marcus Aurelius, because nobody's pointing out. You're welcome, it's from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. By the way, yesterday I moved on with reading Meditations and I kind of am confused about the book, because a huge portion of it is just history of Stoicism. This person did this and this person did that, and then there's a huge chunk of, in the first book, actually book 1, Marcus Aurelius kind of seemingly summarizing things, in terms of, this is what I've learned from this person, this is what I've learned from that person, and so on and so forth, which I've skipped, both of them. the whole history to some degree. I've started reading it, but then I thought, well, why do I bother even reading it? If this is not necessarily what I'm here to do, if this makes sense. I think it does. Well, anyway, yeah, why should I? Well, let's actually check out something else. Lately I've been going through so many Stoic or Stoicism related posts and or thoughts and questions and whatnot that I kind of feel like that the channel is more or less Stoicism only, but it shouldn't be. So yeah. Is this what it is like? What? Is this what it is like the older you get? I have a stable, easy job, a nice place to live, savings building regularly, and no debt. A nice car, a girlfriend, I hit the gym and eat well, and as a result have a nice lean physique too. I feel like I have a platform to do whatever I want. The issue is that I generally feel little to no internal reward from doing anything. I've done the psych visits, the medication routes, the daily affirmations, the gratefulness exercises, the trying new hobbies, and whatnot paths. I just don't fucking get it anymore. I'm currently 28 and been doing these things since 19, almost 10 years. I'm so tired. I quite honestly don't know what there is to motivate me moving forward anymore. I just don't know where this is going. I know this is a topic most people shun away quickly and write it off as angsty growing period, some existential crisis, or cry for attention/pity, but this is not my goal. I'm just mentally spent with trying to feel like this is worth it. All this routine work and upkeep just so I can do it all again tomorrow. I don't know, I just got a huge pay today, and I just think, okay, cool, I can live for longer, yay. Will leave it there, sorry for being such a whiny cunt. I'm just kind of meh right now. I understand it. And as funny as it is and as big of a coincidence as it is, this is basically what I felt like, especially on the weekends there. Well, especially this weekend, but also the last weekend. Like I've been rushing and pacing around and not necessarily enjoying my time, even though I've been, actually doing those things that I kind of enjoy doing. And, there seemingly was not a lot of things that I was happy about. I mean, there was nothing really to look forward to unless, besides my cheat day, which I'm, by the way, also having today. So this is actually something to be excited for, like food that I normally don't eat, even though it's also not that big of a thing anymore because I've just been eating really a lot. And so I don't feel the urge of actually cheating that much. I'm anyway gonna do so because pleasure, because whatever, and I don't give a shit. But one could drink as well, one could do whatever and then use other stimulants, but this is not the route to go. This is not the thing to do when you're feeling low and when you're feeling like things are shitty and not going your way. But it is exactly what I've been experiencing, and I've had some moments in which I felt, wow, there is actually something to look forward to, whether it is listening to some podcast and or watching some series, like doing certain things that maybe I'm restricting myself from doing, which, by the way, is also kind of, in terms of food, also exercising and all types of shit. But the problem is, during the whole week, I'm looking forward to the weekend. And I know that the next week is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely difficult for me. I assume that it is going to be. And so I don't know. It is difficult, but I think changing up things and breaking the routine is often a good idea. And so I've downloaded some game and I've been playing a bit, and it is fun, even though it's not as fun as I thought it would be. But yeah, it really is difficult. You could start reading a book. There's so, we all, maybe also thinking back to some things that you used to really love. And for me, it definitely has been playing games. I've been playing games actually for quite a long time, or actually quite a lot. By the way, I just remember something, I guess. So maybe just thinking about that, things that you once did and kind of lost or decided not to do anymore because it is not productive or whatever. Maybe it is a new show. One just needs to have something to look forward to. Period. Which by the way is also something that Viktor Frankl kind of said. Not exactly in these words, but I think the message is the same. Anyway, let's actually see what the comments are saying. And let's read the first one. Life's what you make it. Take some risk. I don't mean YOLO, your money, or do anything crazy. Start with your words. Say something risky. I was in a similar place, felt like I was doing everything right or safely. I had the safety of my routine, knowing I was getting money, getting laid, had a quote-unquote future, whole time thinking I'm doing everything right was what's wrong. I was someone who needed security, and my job and a girlfriend became these things. Nothing else really gave me any feeling until I realized the things giving me security could be taken away from me out of my control. This worried me, and that's when I decided to not quote-unquote try new things or new hobbies, but literally take risks so I would feel more comfortable out of that secure comfort zone I'd created for myself. A risk could be as simple as grabbing something different to eat than what you would usually get, even if you might not enjoy it as much as other things you regularly eat. Or maybe saying something naughty to your girlfriend she wouldn't expect from you. Acting like this over time, your life will gradually be more thrilling and varied, and not such a straight line. You'll also discover things you like and don't like off the back of taking risks and learn more about yourself, which is an amazing thing. It's basically something, or the same thing as I said before, breaking the routine. And you can do it in very small ways, as this person pointed out, like eating something different, saying something different, saying something you haven't said before, doing something you haven't said before, doing things in a different way, not always doing the exact same shit, and blah, 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 and so on and so on and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Pepsi instead of Coke today, cheers. Well, I'd go for water personally, geezer. That might be too gone wild for you though. Kendall Jenner liked that. I'm gonna go pee sitting down. Cheers. Well, of course, people are making fun of things, but I think it's actually pretty good advice. What do you enjoy? Do you have true friends? Are you in love with your girlfriend? By the way, doing something with friends is also a big thing. How much philosophy have you read? What you're feeling is not what it's like to get older. I'm much older and I'm excited for every day, which is amazing, by the way, But of course, one really gets into a routine and one really gets used to whatever he or she is doing. I mean, yeah, work might be kind of the same or similar things every day. Not the same things, because it's not going to be exactly the same. That's, obviously it depends on what you're doing, but I don't assume that it is the case with this person, making quite decent money. It's probably not going to be a job that is, heavily physical or whatever, which then might be quite the same thing, I guess. But yeah, maybe also when it comes to your job, doing things in a different way. Like, I'm not going to use, maybe regarding myself, not going to use Photoshop the way I used to. Maybe I'm going to, do things in a different way, quite. I have an idea. Use a little bit of your extra money and put it towards helping people not so fortunate. They say the most satisfying thing in the world is giving, and I myself feel tremendous after every good deed I do. You're a prime example of what we were taught does not equal happiness. Having it all is not having it all, I would look into putting extra time and maybe money on helping people, and instead of making friends, try and make real connections. Let me know if this helps. I really do want the best for you. I hope you find peace and happiness, which, by the way, it's also the case for me. I know. I just want this person to be happy. I actually want everybody to be happy and do their best and be able to do their best. And yeah, 28 is generally the age where we all reassess what we are doing, regret maybe. Well, anyway, where we are going and where we are going and what we truly want. You're right on track. Given what you're currently experiencing. Apparently, every 7 years, our bodies have completed all cell turnover. We aren't who we were physically, let alone mentally, spiritually, and emotionally 7 years earlier. You might be experiencing burnout. Might be time to have a break from the routine grind and try something new. Try changing up your routine a little, taking a week off from the gym and doing something grounding like casual nature walks or biking or just being outdoors more. It is okay to feel lost sometimes. It is a signal that tells us something's gotta give to make way for the new. One day at a time. Yeah, I think so far so good. I'm gonna end the episode there, and now I'm actually gonna eat something. That I don't usually eat. And yeah, I wish you the best. Please stay safe and healthy. Take care of your health, and take care of your family members and every one of your loved ones. And be happy. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the life that you're having. You only have one. And for me, it is fucking Saturday. Like, it's the fucking best day of the week. I can do whatever. I can eat whatever. I can whatever. Which is amazing. But, things are what things are. Gonna see you the next time. Bye-bye. Love you.